welcome to Peps or Twitch Stream. Today I am on a podcast with the one and only Jesus from Corpus Christi Original Podcast. So I am actually a special guest on his podcast, and he's a special guest on my Twitch for today. So we're doing two things at once. So it's pretty cool on here.
Yes. Cool. All right, guys. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. I was like, okay. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. So now I know how my guest feels.
Yeah. It's all good. That's awesome. Yeah, I try to mute the other windows over here. Okay. So we were introduced. Well, how did we come across each other? Was it Instagram?
Yes, but first, before anything, because he's
Mm-hmm.
one of my best friends. So you actually interviewed on your last podcast was one of my best friend, Isaac. Which shout
Yeah.
out to Isaac, and yeah, I saw that he did an interview, and I was looking at the podcast, and then I think I shared it, and then that's when you hit me up on there.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. And I thought you were from Corpus too.
Yeah, no, I'm from Houston. I get a lot of different areas, but no, I'm actually originally from Dallas, but
Yeah.
raised in Arlington. But right now, at the moment, I'm living in Killeen. So,
Oh man.
yeah.
Man, which part of Dallas?
Oak Cliff.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. There you go. Can't miss it.
No.
That's cool, man. Wow. So you were there. So how long ago did you move back to Killeen?
Oh man. So I actually been here 11, 11 years now, which is pretty
Mhm.
crazy as I think of it, because this is a small town, very small town. It's a military town because I live like a couple of blocks away from the actual Fort Hood base.
Mm.
So, but yeah, it's a small town, military. There's not a lot to do here.
Yeah.
There's you have to drive to Austin or Waco or go to somewhere outside of there just to actually experience a lot of fun things. So
Oh, no kidding.
yeah.
So wow, that's cool. So you like it there. So you've been there a while, huh?
Yeah, I've been here a while because my husband actually was born and raised here. So well, he was
Hmm.
like born in Temple, but he was raised in Killeen, and his whole family is here. So that's when we moved here. But I actually did live in the small town Alice. That's not far from Corpus. I
Yeah.
did live there for a couple of months when my oldest son was only a baby, and then I moved back down here because I was living at the ranch with my parents and my
Hmm.
grandma, but I couldn't live that lifestyle, Eric. Cause, so I was like, I'll take a risk, and we're gonna make our relationship work and talk things out, and that's when I moved back to Killeen.
Wow, interesting. What was it? Too dry, and too much nothing around here.
Well, the thing about the ranch is everything is it's like those mobile homes, the big mobile home trailer homes
Mm.
and stuff. It's nice and stuff, but there's no running water on there.
Oh, sure.
So we had to do everything the old fashioned way where we had to get buckets
Crazy.
and yeah, so and at that time my mom when we were kids, my parents would send us over to my grandma's ranch, and we would actually live there to appreciate what we have in Arlington and stuff. Like when you're spoiled, you send your kids off to another place to have them appreciate stuff. So that's what my parents did, and
Wow.
when I lived there, I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, but I ended up meeting a lot of people there, and I taught at a dance studio in Alice. Met a bunch of amazing kids
Hmm.
and things. But I had some good moments there, but majority of the time it was hard to raise a baby, and this personal stuff I was dealing with, it was pretty hard. So
Wow.
yeah.
So dancing that's been a part of your life for a while.
Yeah, I actually it actually helped me open up to like not being shy and open actually step out of my shell.
Hmm.
And I met a lot of new people, and I actually experienced traveling a lot more and stuff, and this all happened when I entered the scene at 16.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which it all happened because of my brother Junior, which this is actually a video of my first battle.
Oh wow.
I actually so this battle, my brother Junior said, "Hey, if you really want me to teach you how to pop and more dancing, he's like needs to kind of take it seriously. So he made me and my brother Bobby practice and stuff, and he's like, hey, so on this day we're gonna go ahead and into I'm gonna sign you up for a battle. And we're freaked out, like, oh my god, we're actually gonna enter a live battle for dancing. And I was like panicking, I was like using my inhaler, I was like, oh my god, like
It's funny.
I was like, oh my gosh. So
Shoot.
so my brother backed out. My brother Bobby, who he's the one that actually taught me how to break dance, and my older
Mhm.
brother Junior is actually the one that taught me how to pop. So right here, I was all scared, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go out and do what I've been
Mhm, mhm.
practicing and stuff like that. So I went out and I was fully nervous. I didn't know nobody there. Like it was just
Wow.
I just knew my brother Junior. My brother Junior knew everybody there in the scene, and the guy that I battle, which is now a good friend of mine, Roscoe, and he was at the time he was one of the best poppers, and
Nice.
for me to to show him up like that at that battle, a lot of people were shocked and impressed. They're like who's this girl? Like where did she come from?
Wow.
And my homeboy Roscoe, like after I went that round, he got like, okay, okay, like that's it, but I ended up beating him. And then I made it to the semifinals when against another amazing, well known popper named John Doe. And I lost
Mhm.
in the semifinals. So I was pretty happy on my first battle ever. I made it to the semis, and my brother was happy for me, and I got a free t shirt. And I was like, pretty impressed with myself. Like, I didn't know I could do something like that.
Mhm.
And I continue and all that. But if it wasn't for my brother Bobby for making me practice breakdancing and practicing more in my popping just because he wanted someone to enter the talent show with,
Mhm.
I think I wouldn't have been in the area or know so many people now. So thanks to both my brothers. Um
Yeah, right on.
yeah, so I'm
That's pretty
here.
cool. That takes a lot of guts to do that, to go out there, nobody, you don't know anybody there,
No,
and
like
you're like 16 years old,
yes, I
right?
was like, yeah, because I was only like before I entered dancing, it was just more about me playing sports, basketball, volleyball, track, cross
Okay.
country. Like I was all into that. I was a sports person. But when it came to dancing, I was always too shy. So I was always like in my room practicing by myself. Like no one knew I was practicing until my brother caught me practicing the robot in the living room. And he was in the hallway laughing at me. And then so that's when he's all like, well, if you want to really get into it and stuff. So, but
Yeah.
as time passes by, I entered a girl crew called Femme Fatale with my friend Jennifer and my homegirl Shamrock.
Mhm.
Actually, Shamrock, which she actually met me here at this jam. I didn't know who she was, and she was like, "Hey, you did." She gave me mad props and respect, and I was pretty happy about that.
Mhm.
And then later on, we formed a crew called Femme Fatale,
Mhm.
which we actually made history in Texas as
Wow.
being one of the first B girl crews to actual battle another B girl crew,
Wow.
which and B girl and B boy stand for like breaking boy and breaking girl, which this one um, was actually pretty intense.
Wow.
Uh, so we actually went against a girl called uh, Ladies First crew,
Mhm.
and so this all went down in Houston. So this is actually my friend Jennifer, which her nickname is B Girl Bout It.
Mhm.
So these girls, they're from California, they're from New Mexico, uh, they're like they all came into state from to us, and one of them was actually from San Antonio too,
Mhm.
which is actually Bexy. So it was the first jam, first battle like this big to have two B girls that actually went in hardcore and has been training for a while,
Mhm.
and it was intimidating. Like it was like tough. Like there was like a lot of shit talking. There was a lot of like like giving the middle finger and all that. I was like, oh my
Wow.
god. I was like, oh my god, this is violent.
Are we gonna fight after this?
like like back then the breaking the battles and stuff like that, it made it seem like you're about to fight on the dance floor, but you're not. Just how hype you get into, how aggressive it can be. And
Mhm.
the audience, they loved it. They loved how they see females doing power moves and like windmills, head spins,
Mhm.
things like that, and going at one of each other, because usually just two b-boys crews going at it,
Yeah.
battling with that kind of aggressiveness.
Right.
And there has been other B girls in the scene that actually battled, but there was never enough B girls to battle crew versus crew like the way that we
Ah,
did it.
wow.
And so it was
That's
pretty
amazing.
it was pretty hype because at the time it was a crew called Vicious Germs that was based out in Houston. They're the
Hmm.
one that threw this jam, and it made it happen. It was a lot of fun. Like I give mad respect to all the girls that entered because it's not easy. It's like it gets to you mentally with the training and stuff
Hmm.
because if you're making history on something, especially as a female, you try not to mess up or anything like
Yeah.
that. So
Wow. So y'all knew the gravity of the situation
yeah.
going in.
Oh yes, yes, we knew it, but we were hyped for it and stuff like that. So this is B girl Mija. She's actually out in Cali, and
Hmm.
her and my friend Shamrock, which she's like she has red hair. They're just going at it. I was just looking at them like I was in the sideline battling with them, but I was like, oh my gosh, like they were like at it. Like it was pretty
Wow.
crazy, but I'm
That's
glad
cool.
we got it all on footage. Like this is me and Shamrock right here. Like I'm the one in
Hmm.
the black hat.
Hmm.
I always wear hats and stuff like that and my hoop earrings and things. So and I always wear hoodies. Like that's my thing. But
Wow. So what year was this? Is 2009. Wow, that's
yeah, so I
amazing.
was like 19 at the time, yeah.
Hmm.
And
Wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun training it and stuff like that. I always try not to take my battles too seriously. I just like to have fun, but a lot of times, like right here, that's when she slapped me, and I was like, what the hell? Why'd you slap me? Like, I was mad, and then my crew saw that, and they went out against it, and there was like a little argument afterwards. But she apologized, like it's all good, but it was just heated in the moment,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
but yeah, it
Wow,
was
that's
pretty
amazing. I'm
dope.
just watching it. She has a video here, guys. She's showing it to me, so I'm just watching it. That's pretty cool. Wow. So there's two types. There's popping and what was it?
B girling.
Breaking.
Yeah. So in the hip hop scene, when it comes to competitions like this, the
Hmm.
main categories that's always put in is popping at the time and breaking.
Hmm.
But now as time passes, they're actually adding more elements to it. There's all styles battles where there's house, there's popping, it's all mixture into one, and
Hmm.
there's actually DJing battles, MC battles. There's like all the hip hop elements in one, even graffiti battles too, which is pretty
Amazing.
dope on there. Because actually, next weekend in Austin, Texas,
Hmm.
there's a scene, an event called B Boy City, which is one of the biggest and longest event that's been held here in Texas. That
Hmm.
was thrown by my homeboy Romeo, and that's actually going down. And there's a lot of people that's coming out of the country and stuff that's going to be flying and competing too. Which I think I have the right here, the flyer for this. Which is actually going to be happening. It's going to be a crew battle. So on
Oh.
here. So yeah, the tickets, it's $20, but if you there's a discount if you buy it at advance.
Hmm.
And so day one, they're gonna have the prelims and the ciphers and stuff like that, and afterwards they're gonna have an after party on there. But this is gonna be the unlimited crew versus crew battle, which is you get all your peeps and you go against each other on a time limit.
Wow, that's
And
awesome.
then day two, they're gonna have like the main event, but it's gonna be at another facility, and they're gonna have different types of judges. They have like about four different types of DJs that's gonna be playing, and they have an MC live event as well. And then they're also gonna be having graffiti too. So it's gonna be pretty adult battle on here, and they're sponsored by Pro Breaking Tour,
Hmm.
UDF, Red Bull, Waterloo Greenway, and Jack in the Box. So
Amazing. That's an awesome culture you got going on. B Boy City Worldwide on Instagram, guys.
yeah, so
Wow.
it's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Are you still doing this type of stuff, or
Yeah, I'm still doing this. After like when I was pregnant, back in when I had my first kid back in 2011, but even when I was pregnant in 2010, I
mhm.
was still battling, which I hear, and
Oh wow,
this footage is actually me battling against one of my crewmates,
wow.
Gabo. So it was an all style battle.
Mm.
So one on one all style, and I was pregnant with this is 2012. So yeah, I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I was 6 months pregnant here.
Mhm.
And my husband's like, you better not break or anything like that. Like, no, I just need to get this out before I have this baby. I just need to.
Wow.
He said, you said that last time and you went all off. I was like, well, I won't do it again and stuff because
Oh,
I battled with all four of my kids and stuff. So I was 6 months pregnant. I was like, okay, okay. I was starting to feel it, and then I didn't
wow.
listen to nobody. All the advice went out the window.
The baby came out fine. Wow, man, that's awesome.
So people were freaking out that I was breaking, I was popping, I was threading. I even did a half jazz split um, on my in my battles and stuff, and I was like, it's nothing scary. But when I look back at it now, I was like, oh shit, like I should have been careful or should have.
Wow.
But when you're in that moment in battling, you don't realize. And I totally forgot I was pregnant until after I stopped. I was like, oh okay, now I feel it. But
Oh, wow, crazy.
yeah, but I had a lot of fun. I did in advance, or
Hmm.
didn't see it. I could jumped over my leg and so, but I didn't advance.
Awesome.
So it was fun. I was like, at least I have it on video, so my daughter knows what was going on when she was
Yeah,
in my
that's
stomach.
cool.
So,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so you got so the daughters are the oldest, the two daughters?
so my son, I have four kids total. So my first kid is my son Lyric, and then I had my daughter Melody, and then I
Mm-hmm.
had my son Lucian, and then I had my last one daughter Penelope. So I have a total of four kids on here.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. You got a handful there.
Yes, yes, and it was back. Well, the first three were back to back. So 2011, Lyric was born.
Mm.
2012, this same year of this video, Melody was born in. 2013, my son Lucian was born in. I took a break 3 years later.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I had my daughter Penelope and stuff.
Wow.
So it was
That's
pretty
awesome.
hard. Like when you're pregnant and you're like when you're before I was pregnant, I was really active in the scene. I would travel, even in high school. I would take my homework with me, even when I'm in
Mm.
college too. But when you're out of the scene because you're pregnant and have to do mommy duties and stuff, it does take a toll on you mentally because I felt mentally like I felt left out or I was going to be forgotten or I'm going to, have a lot of work to do. But the
Mm-hmm.
scene was very encouraging, especially my crew, Femme
Mm-hmm.
Fatale at the time. They're like, don't worry, the scene's always going to be here. Just, focus on your family, do what you need to do whenever you're ready. You can always come back.
Mm.
And my friend Erica and my friend Jazzy, they actually turned something that they started a long time ago, which is Ill Milf Crew,
Mm.
which stands for Movement and Lady Flavor Crew,
Mm.
which is pretty dope. It's actually a group of moms,
Awesome.
that does graffiti, that does DJing, hip hop, like breakdancing, and all. Like we're all mothers. We still continue to do our hip hop, our follow our passion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this was actually last year, and here when we're all dancing. So
That's awesome.
it's pretty crazy to see, a lot of females out here doing what they love to do, and they're all moms. And we're all talking like when we bring our kids to jams, we're like, "Oh, can you watch my kid real quick while I go do this battle?"
Yeah.
Like we do stuff like that, or we make sure we have snacks and stuff like that for our kids, and
Yeah.
it's pretty fun and it's very encouraging. Especially we have like a group chat where we talk to each other, like give each other advice, like because we know what we're all going through, and just because your mom don't or a father or anything like that, don't stop what you want to do. Like if you're
Yeah.
determined and really want to do something, you'll find a way.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
like for example, like you with your podcast and me with my Twitch, like we really like doing this, but we have to make move arrange balance it out with family time and stuff like that. So
Yes.
so and like
Yeah.
now my friend Erica, she's actually became one of Houston on the board of community. She just got initiated with the mayor
Mm-hmm.
to be on board for the music thing.
Wow.
Yeah, which is pretty dope. We're very happy with her. And then right now she's in LA for Red Bull BC1
Mm.
with my friend Jazzy. They're out there, supporting all the females and It's just pretty dope what they're doing here.
Wow, that is pretty cool, man. You stay connected to the community, you stay connected to what you're doing, and like with like-minded individuals, like as far as them being moms and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I'm pretty excited and happy with all these ladies. You know,
Hmm.
everyone came a long way. Everyone has their story, background, you know, personal things that they're
Yeah.
going through, but we still get together and we still represent what we love. And even though we don't attend a lot of the jams like we want to,
Hmm.
we still find ways to show your sport, like so support, like you know, sharing the flyers or promote it or send donations or anything if we need to. Like you know, we still show our support on it. So
Man, that's awesome. So you went to college. What did you go to college for? Are you still? You say you just finished, right?
yes, I just finished my master's degree back on September 5th on
Oh,
there.
congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it was
There.
a long way. I started it shoot, back in 2013.
Hmm.
Yeah, when my third son was born. Like when he was just
Wow.
born, and I went and go sign up for college and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was very hard. There was a lot of stuff that happened, you know, dealing with pregnancy because my third child was a preemie
Hmm.
and stuff. And
Oh,
my,
okay.
yeah, so he was in the hospital for a while and before I got to take him home. And my oldest son, Lucian, my boys, they both have autism.
Hmm.
So I have to deal with like therapies with them and speech and there's a when it comes to autism children there's a lot to it. So dealing with that in school and stuff it was a lot, but I pushed myself through it and dealing with my mom's passing that happened last year.
Hmm.
I end up you know pushing through it and passing my master degree for business and administration on that. So I'm
That's
just
tough, man. Congrats.
thank you. Yeah, it was very tough, very tough.
Yeah, man. And like, so, and the ones your kids with autism, how what are their ages?
So my oldest son, Lyric, is 11, and Lucian is actually he just turned 9. Which,
Mm.
yeah, so I just did him a birthday party. Well, it's not really a birthday party. It was more like a birthday dinner.
Hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, he likes Alien versus Predator. He's obsessed with that. So
Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
yeah, this is him. So I made him a birthday banner thing to wear to school
Yeah,
and that's what I made him. So I just cut it out and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's dope. Yeah, yeah. I imagine you have to learn some stuff. I mean, to learn stuff about autism. You know what I mean? To help your kids.
yeah, it was a lot because when I dealt with my first son, I noticed he wasn't babbling like other kids, like you know
Hmm.
babies. They'll say like babble or girl, so you know like babble try to say stuff like baby talk, but
Right.
he didn't say anything. He was just muted. Like he would just only time you notice something is when he laughs or when he cries.
Mm.
Or that's it. There is no babbling in
Interesting.
between. I was just like, I have a good baby. I like, you know, it doesn't, you know, do
Yeah.
anything. And then uh my husband's family would say, I think your baby may have autism and stuff. I was like, what? And
Hmm.
we took him to the doctor, and you know they make you fill out that evaluation form of the child of the development, and that's when they're like, well, we need to get your child tested to see, you know, what's, you know, if he has the autism or not, and I started finding more about that. And as soon as my son got older, after he was diagnosed, when
Mm.
he has meltdowns or when he's flustered or something, he will start hitting his head on the wall. He start
Wow.
hitting himself, and we had to put on medication. And he actually calmed down a lot. He has to use a communication device to speak to us, like you know, to try to say citizens because he can't say citizens. He'll say like a couple of words, and that would be it.
Mm.
But he still talks like a 1 year old actually talks more than my oldest son on
Mm.
there.
Damn.
But he's great. He's Lyric is he loves like YouTube. He loves singing. This is actually him. This is Lyric, and he actually loves bunnies. He's obsessed with bunnies and rubber ducks. He has like a whole collections of them, and so but yeah, he loves rock and roll and heavy metal music, so that's what we'll be playing all the time with him
Yeah.
on
Well, that's
there.
awesome. And that. So, oh, sorry, got cut off there.
No, you're
Lyric.
good.
You said.
Yeah, Lyric is the one that does the whole autism, has the like rock and roll rubber ducks and stuff like that with him.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm
No,
sorry.
you're
I had
good.
to.
No, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
okay.
I got this. Oh, let me see. There it goes.
Here we go.
He's like, oh shit.
Yeah. No,
no,
because so you're recording, right?
no, you're good.
No, you're recording your Twitch.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mess up all the time.
No, well, see, I messed up. I messed up because we haven't been live on my thing so far.
Oh, snaps. Okay, we can
So I
redo
brought.
it.
No, if you want to redo it, or I can use yours. Like I can,
The audio
yeah,
for
the
it.
audio or whatever. Just like send it to me. Oh man, come on, messed
Yeah.
up over here.
No, it's all good. I do it all the time though. Like, no, you don't even have to apologize about that. I can talk about myself all day. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. I was looking because I was looking to see how much time we took. I was like, damn, how long have we been? And you said, oh, come on, man. Yeah, so that's cool, man. So you got your kids there, you got your masters and all that stuff. Dang, that's pretty good. And you're staying connected to your family there,
Yeah.
your hip hop family. Man, that's awesome. So you're doing Twitch and you're doing Twitch now. What's the
Yeah.
deal there?
So honestly, I didn't really. I wasn't like. I was like, like when I saw my husband be twitching, like he'd be playing video games, and I'm like, so people just actually sit there and just watch you play games. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's like, I just need to get this many followers, and so I can be affiliated with Twitch, so people can start subscribing to me, and I can
Hmm.
get paid for it. And if I get more, then it become partner. And I was like, okay, I was like, that's cool. And then I noticed him; he was just like playing. I was like, I think I could do this. Like, and he's like, you should try streaming too. You play video games and stuff. I was like, well, I don't know about the video game thing because I suck at it. So
Yeah, I was watching one of your latest videos. You're like, I learned this from my little cousin. And I don't know what I'm doing. It's funny.
when I try to shoot my targets, I'm shooting everywhere but the
Yeah,
target.
yeah. It's too much for me too, cause you, man, for real, totally. I'd rather be playing guitar or something, hands on.
I'm just like, man, but my
That's cool.
but yeah, I started the whole Twitch, and I was like, well, I really like to stay connected on hear more of the backstories of my friends. So that's
Yeah.
when I started doing Breaking Tuesdays,
Oh.
where I have special guests come on my Twitch on certain days, and then I'll have them doing what I'm doing right now, like tell them the backstory stories, their journey to where they are doing now, like are they doing any side hobbies, and I help and promote their page and stuff because a lot of times when you go to events and jams, like yeah, you'll meet a lot of people and stuff, and you just know them only about the breaking, but
Hmm.
you don't know really what they really are personally on their personal, like what's going on in their personal lives or things like that. You just know them as, oh, what this person breaks, but I don't know much about them on another level, So it was pretty cool because there's actually, for an example, like my crewmate Zephyra, like I didn't know she was an opera singer too, and I was like, what, and stuff like that, and then my homeboy Isaac, I didn't know he took over for the Corpus Christi dance community as well, teaching and stuff.
Yeah.
Since Murph's not doing it full time anymore, and
Hmm.
it's just like a lot of like little details like that. Like I want to keep up to date, and I'm like, people should know their story because they have done so much in their community or done so much, with the reputation of their name, their wins, their trainings. Like everyone should know everyone's story within the scene. So that's what I do on Tuesdays, and other times I'll stream about food, and then I do video games and stuff like that. But my main thing on my Twitch is just about interviewing for breakdancing and stuff.
So are there any podcasts out there on like what like that like
For breaking,
I guess for breaking or just talking to people in the scene, you know what I mean?
so I know my friend Romeo. I think he does interview for on podcasts for breaking as
Hmm.
well for Hope for Hip Hop, but I'm not quite sure of the name of the podcast that he does. And I know other Twitch streamers, they do the same thing as interviewing people and on their stream, or they watch breaking videos talking about the battles and stuff like that. But
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, I know there's a podcast going on, but I'm not quite sure the name of it. But I know Romeo, this him right here is the one that started B-Boy City. He
Yeah.
actually has a movie out, like a documentary called
Wow.
Inside the Circle, which it was on Netflix before. If you're like ever interested, it actually talks about journeys of two B-Boys, uh, Omar and Milky, where they come from and stuff. And Omar was actually one of the first uh, Latino, and he was from Texas to actually win a championship outside like the United States and out of the country. And
Yeah.
he actually made quite a journey, and he actually made history in a lot of things, and he's really well known here. He's actually in a very popular b-boy crew, Miley Zulu Kings and stuff, and you
Hmm.
know he has made history in a lot of ways, which he actually is a big influencer in here in Texas with a lot of people in the dance community.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't. I mean, a lot of people don't know that this is in Texas.
Yeah, I
Um.
forgot where he's actually like lived, but he was I forgot where he actually lives in. I think he lives in San Antonio or in Austin. I don't know if he moved or not.
Hmm.
But he came down from kind of like near like the mess like down kind of near the border area. I'm not quite sure what town, but he actually explains his story in Inside the Circle, the movie,
Hmm.
and yeah, and it's like his journey, and also B-Boy Milky as well. Their journeys, they came a long way, and it's pretty amazing, and I definitely should check it out on there.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let me see what else we got here. Also, well, moving on. I guess a hard break and turn. So you make party decorations and party decoration characters.
Yes, yeah. So I actually started doing that more as a fun hobby,
Yeah.
for because I like to draw, but
Hmm.
I would just make birthday decoration for my kids. I would just start off with just balloons and stuff, and then I started getting bigger and bigger, and then other people started asking me to do their birthday decorations,
Uh huh.
and I was like, okay, I was like, I'll give it a try, but I'm very, very, was it hard on myself when it comes to
Hmm.
stuff like that, because I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this right. Oh, this don't look right, or stuff like that.
Like
So
perfectionist
yes,
type thing. Yeah.
so I
Oh,
started
that's
doing
cool.
cakes, and then I started working my way down to here. So this is actually how I start making my decorations. So I
Mm.
start out drawing it off as on a poster board. Then I start, you know, making it cutting it out of construction paper, because construction paper actually brings out the color more than coloring and marker and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I started doing that to it,
Nice.
and it actually all happened with my daughter Melody. She wanted
Mm.
like 18 princesses for her party.
Wow,
She wanted
that's
all
funny.
of them because she was having a princess day. And I was like, so it took me 2 months to do all this. So,
That's funny.
and it was a stayed up late because I was actually still in school. I was
Hmm.
working full time, and I even took the work with me to work to finish it while I was on calls.
Hmm.
And it took forever, but she was happy. Like, that's Melody. She was all
Oh,
excited and how everything was coming. That's Penelope.
that's awesome.
And yeah, so this took a long time. I was like, oh my gosh. So I did the Wreck-It Ralph area where I put all the drinks at for her,
Mm.
and then Snow White's, then
Awesome.
the Rapunzel area, and then that's when I did all of it.
That's cool. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, because a lot of decorations I have for my kids, they don't make them. So I actually have to make the decorations my own, and that's when I started doing it more.
Right on. Martinez, is that your husband's last name?
No, that's my maiden
That's
name.
your last name?
And
Oh,
his
okay.
last name is Fernandez and stuff like that. But I'm like, should I change it? Like, should I?
You're like, nah, I don't want it.
It's like a lot of work and stuff, like going to
Yeah.
paperwork and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
and
right on.
and same thing here for Valentine's Day. I did Among Us because my kids were into that too,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
Because I really like to do the whole dessert stuff, like making them and
Yeah.
stuff. So I've been doing that and uh, working my way, trying to get into pastry and stuff. But I watch a lot of
Yeah.
cooking show. Like I'm addicted to cooking show, like the Food
Yeah.
Network. I be watching that thing, like oh my gosh, like it's
Yeah.
awesome. But yeah, I just started doing it, and I even did. I don't know if you know that movie, Moses Jones.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so my oldest son, he was really addicted to watching that movie. He watched it like all the time, like back to
Yeah.
back. And they didn't have no birthday decorations for him. So I was like,
Oh.
well, I'll make it. And
Oh.
so I did it, but let me see. I take a lot of pictures. So I think he turned like 7. But yeah, because let me see. No, that wasn't it. Yeah, but he did Moses Jones. He wanted Moses Jones, and I did that, and he fell in love with it. I even did like the DNA and stuff like that, like the bacteria
Yeah.
looking
That's
and
cool.
stuff, and he was all excited about it. But every year, it's always something different, and they're always excited about it too, which
Hmm.
I didn't know. Oh
That's
yeah, and I
awesome.
did
Oh yeah, that's cool. With Rick Moranis from Ghostbusters.
yeah, we're
That's
so I
funny.
did that, and
That's cool.
then my kids are the
The
Ghostbuster, and I
Ghostbusters.
made
Nice.
the slime green dude too.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah, I
cool.
try to make and like I'm glad my kids love stuff like this, but
Yeah.
this year like I was slacking a lot and I
Hmm.
wasn't doing it like I wasn't on top of each holiday like I should or making the
Mm.
birthday decorations on time like they always wanted. They're like,
Yeah.
Mom, like, where's the decoration? Why is it not up? Mom, have you started making my decoration yet? Mom, have you started? I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, hold on, like, chill, chill. It's like give me some time and I'll make it and stuff
Yeah.
and it's just been crazy. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. So you got all. Man, it seems like you got a lot of stuff going on. I'm kind of like that too. Like if I see something that somebody's doing, I'm like, I could do that, and then I'll start doing it. And then sometimes it gets to the point where it's like, "Man, I can probably do that, but do I want to do that with all the other stuff I got going on?"
Yeah,
You
you're
know
like
what I mean?
questioning like once you started, you're like I shouldn't have started this.
Like, man, maybe not.
Like should I turn back now? But yeah, that's how
That's
I am
funny.
all the time. When I start something, I'm like crap. Like I gotta finish it, or I'm just gonna hear it from my
Yeah.
kids, and I don't want to hear it from them because
Yeah.
they will nag and nag until I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Like I'm ADD or ADHD, one of them.
Uh-huh.
And I think both of my kids are like we don't have them. I haven't tested or nothing, but I
Yeah.
can with all the research that I have, like that I have knowledge that I have, I'm like they probably have a certain uh habit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when you brought up autism, I was like, oh, because I think they kind of go hand in hand.
Hmm.
Because there's a spectrum, right? There's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a
So
spectrum for it. You just all they
yeah.
do is pretty much because my both my sons have ADHD too, but my
Mm,
daughter Penelope she has ADHD,
mm,
and I got her tested for autism, but they're all like, well, she's not. You can't diagnose her because they changed the chart, and she was like only 1 point off.
mm.
I was like, I was like, I didn't. I
Yeah.
told the doctor, I was like, I'm like, that's not right. Just by 1 point. I was like, what happened if you do the test and she is past it? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, what are you gonna do about that? Like, you can't diagnose her. I was like, I need to get her tested
Mm,
one more time just to make sure and stuff like that. And I told the doctor, I'm not gonna have you test her. I'm gonna have another doctor test her because
yeah. Hell yeah.
we're like before even the testing started, we're kind of like bumping heads on a lot of stuff. So I was like,
Mm,
but yeah, they just do pretty much. They just sit them in the room, have
mm,
them play with toys, ask them questions, and that's it on
mm.
there and on the testing. But
Yeah.
um, on there, and there's medication for it, which my kids are on it, but I don't give it to them on the weekends because I don't want. I only give it to them when they need to be at school. But see how
Yeah.
they do off of it. But a lot of doctors don't recommend it, but they'll say start it off of it. But you think if they're ready, go ahead and slowly start taking them off. And I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
So That's what
Yeah,
I've been
definitely.
doing.
Yeah, it's tough too because like you have it, they have it, so it's like you want to raise them, like help them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
help them in the right direction. Like some of the things, like I don't know, I got to make sure everything has a place. If it doesn't have a place, I lose it.
Yeah. No, I completely understand.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, I tell my daughter, all right, your sandals go over here. They don't go on the table. You know what I mean? So figure it out now. Get it now. That way it's gonna help you be. It's gonna help you later in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because eventually she's got to have a job. They got to have jobs. They got to go to school. School is no joke. You know what I
Mm.
mean? You got to study a lot. That's pretty cool. So what's your so how many long we been on here? Has it been an hour?
40 minutes. 40 minutes exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
anything you want to share
Um.
or
Uh.
talk about?
Let's see. Well, we talked about our breaking and like drawings and my school and stuff like that. Did you have like any other questions or anything that you're interested in or want to know?
No, not really. I mean, I just kind of. I guess we touched on a lot of the stuff that we mentioned in the messages and stuff. Uh, yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I think that's it. So I had the breakdancing, and then kind of like the mother like family aspect, and then your masters, party decorations, and then we asked about Twitch, and then we talked about where you're from and where you live in Texas, because I think I'm gonna put this episode on another podcast as well instead of just the Corpus one.
Uh
Um,
huh.
I think it would be pretty cool to have like a Texas podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that would be pretty cool. But definitely the breakdancing stuff is really cool. It's a scene that I didn't know about. And it seems pretty tight knit. It seems like it's big, but at the same time it's small because there's only so many dancers.
Yeah. Well,
And you guys kind of all know each other. Like Isaac, and like I'm like, okay, Isaac knows her, and that's why I thought you're from Corpus because Corpus is such a small town.
yeah, like, well, Isaac, like, when I met him, we actually met at an event, but he actually saw me at a San Antonio event called
Mm,
Battle of the Alamo. And that's when I was battling it, and then he saw me there, and we actually ran into each other at another jam as well
mm.
too. So there's stuff that goes on, but there's not a lot of stuff like the breaking community and stuff like that that happens in Corpus Christi besides
Yeah.
what Isaac and Murph is doing.
Hmm.
But in Houston, the breaking scene is pretty big because majority of all the breaking events happens in Houston, Texas.
Hmm.
Which right now there's another part of history that's actually being made with breaking it with the Olympics. So
Oh
breaking is
wow.
actually in the it's going to be in the Olympics, and right now
No
they're
kidding.
doing the qualification of the teams and stuff like that, which is actually called, if you go to breaking for gold.
Hmm.
Um, let me see. Oh, right here, USA. There's actually teams already going to be happening. So there's already been for like bronze,
No
gold.
way. That's
Yeah, and
cool.
it's even a lot of people, like a lot of bars areas. They're actually playing this too, as well. That's playing the breaking things here, and there's even having kids too as on here. So it's pretty amazing what's going on too, like
Wow.
in Texas. And a lot of the people that's in the US teams are from Texas too. So like right now, my friend Jeffro and Pepsi, they're actually going to be going to I think China
That's cool.
to compete for it too. So
That's amazing. Awesome.
yeah.
It's cool.
And
Well,
but if you're in your family, like if you're ever in Houston, on here, because they actually have this thing that's going to be going on as well, called the Vintage Hip Hop Flea Market.
mhm.
So if you like vintage stuff, like shirts, hats, or anything like that, um, they have all this stuff that's going down. They even have battles and things for kids.
Mm.
That's going on. They have food vendors. They sell clothing, toys, shirts. They have battles going on, music performance, and it's a family function event too. So like if you ever want to travel down there to see it, you should definitely take your family out there and take a look at everything. It's pretty awesome. And
Yeah, definitely.
I think this is so this is what it was last time. It used to be outside, but now they are actually moving to a new location, and
Hmm.
it's actually going to be inside. Here, so let me see if I can find and they actually did one for autism, where a lot of kids that has autism, they actually threw their own they only had their own section, and they sell like
Yeah.
they represent their business and sell like some like sell shirts and stuff.
Wow.
Let me see here. So they actually threw one in Houston, not Houston, the Bronx, New York. They actually moved that out there. That happened over there at that location.
Hmm.
And this is actually going to be in Pasadena, Texas. This is where the new one's going to be at. It's going to be
Wow.
inside. I think that's going to be going down November 4th, I believe.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you guys should definitely check it out. Yeah, on there, and, something.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah, and you can actually, get more people. Like if you want to have them on your podcast or anything, you can like ask them, and they'll be down to do it and stuff like that.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
so yeah, you should.
Yeah, that's definitely it's definitely a man, like I guess underground you would call it, like
Yeah,
you just find out from people, you don't hear it like announced a lot. I guess what now with social media, like you can do ads and stuff like that too, but
yeah. There's a
that's
lot
awesome.
going on there, but you just
Hmm.
have. I guess you just have to step out of the zone and actually see it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you see it, you're like, holy crap! Like this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like my kids, they loved it. Like when I took them and they started dancing and stuff. It's very family oriented. They're very good with the kids. They have stuff for kids too. Like
Hmm.
uh like with someone like my kids autism, like if you have like sensory to certain things, they'll help you out with that too. A lot of people
Hmm.
when you go to events like this, they don't judge you or anything like that. But they're very welcoming, and that's what I love about it. So
Yeah,
on
awesome.
them. But yeah, like if
That's
there's
good to
any
hear.
events that's happening near your area, like near Corpus or even in San Antonio, I'll definitely let you know. So if you or your family or y'all want to check it out or anything, you're more than welcome to and stuff.
That's cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Cool. If nothing else, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. I appreciate
Yeah, thanks for letting us be on your Twitch channel.
it. Yeah. I guess if you need the audio, you can always just play back the video.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Will this be saved on the Discord chat or the?
It won't be saved on the Discord chat. It'll
Okay.
just go to my video and you can just play it and then just hit record on it. But if you want
Uh-huh.
me to do this again, I can redo the podcast and
Okay.
stuff. And we
Okay.
don't have
Cool.
to stream it. We can just do it your way on there and just
Okay.
go on there. So we can do it either way. So
It's all good. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks again.
you're welcome. Well, guys, like if you want, check out his podcast. Just go to this website, Corpus Christi Originals costos.com,
Hmm.
and go ahead and follow Jesus on there. And he has different episodes of different people that he actually interviewed with Corpus Christi Originals, which he informed he is going to be expanding out, maybe starting a new podcast for Texas on here. If you haven't already, go ahead and give me a follow or subscribe on there. If you haven't already, go ahead and give me a follow or subscribe on my
Awesome.
Twitch. So
You did
yeah,
it.
Jesus, don't go anywhere yet. But I hope you
Okay.
have a good day for your Sunday and y'all be safe. See ya.